So good day, everybody. My name is Jeff Klimczak. I am your commercial trainer here from the beautiful downtown world headquarters of Premier Group Insurance. Did you know that 60% of businesses that experience a data breach close within 6 months? Right? Right? It blows your mind, doesn't it? Did you also know that 75% of small businesses have no cyber risk insurance? Now, all right, cyber data, let's back up a little bit. When you have information as a business owner, you and your agencies store various bits of information that could be put to evil use, either through theft of monetary kind of things or something even worse in establishing false identities and things like that. Every business pretty much stores that type of information, even if they have a point of sale system and they don't think that they store that kind of information. Well, when you have personally identifiable information and it is released by accident, whether that information is on a hard drive on a computer or up in the cloud or in a box or on a clipboard, when you have that kind of exposure, you are exposed to a cyber liability issue. There is an exposure there for almost all businesses. What does that mean, right? What does that mean to a business owner? Well, what that means to a business owner is that they can pretty much expect to pay out, either out of pocket or through coverage, about $200 on average for every single record that gets released. Now think about that for a second. Remember that number, $200, right? State legislation has established what the rules are if a business owner suffers a data breach or maybe even suspects that they've suffered a data breach. State legislation has laid out guidelines for how they are supposed to inform, how they are supposed to do the IT forensics to find out how deep that went. And it just makes sense. It established call centers, credit monitoring, things like that. The payment card industry, or PCI, when a business owner signs a contract to take a credit card, also signs that contract saying that they will hold that information sacred, right, and won't release it, and is subject to fines if they do so. The numbers are staggering, and for about an hour, maybe even a little bit less, we go through some of the scary numbers that are involved with data breach or cyber liability, some of the holes that are there, some of the coverages that these endorsements on a BOP or a package policy provide, the cost involved in them, some of the fines that are out there potentially, what a business has to do, a lot of different aspects of the whole data storage realm. And you know, there are agents that are out there that are still not bringing this subject up. Even after a few years of this being so prevalent in the news with the bigger businesses, think of how crushing it could be to a smaller business that may not have the resources that a big box department store, the Office of Professional Management of the government of the United States might have to put into it, right? So join me. Now, I mentioned early on $200 per record, right? Well, it might surprise you to find that the roundabout cost of the average buy-in for a preferred carrier for their basic level of cyber coverage is also right around $200. So I'll talk to you a little bit about how we can get these conversations started with our business owners and how maybe we can make it a little more critical that they take on this very, very critical component in their suite of coverage. Join me for the webinar. It'll either be recorded and you can access it off of the website real soon, or if you click the link on the last page here with my email address, and of course, any questions, shoot me an email, but if you click the link, you can register for one of the webinars, the instructor-led webinars that are coming up with me, and we'll talk about it for just about an hour and give you everything that, well, maybe everything that you need to know about it. So thank you for joining me. Join me for one of the full-on workshops. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and go write some business now, will you?